I just wanted to show how I would structure a Flask and React monorepo. First off, let's make this a Git repository. Now let's create a virtual environment for the repo with venv, and let's put it in a directory called venv. So all this really does is just copies the current Python, and it goes into the venv directory. Now let's source it so that we know that we're going to use the one here. Okay, we're using that one. Now let's install our dependencies, and for this we're using Flask. And let's save a list of our dependencies to requirements.txt. Now let's create a directory called server that will hold our Flask server code. And to make it work, we will need a file called setup.py. Let's open that up. Now, what we need is the name of our server, include package data goes true, and install requires, and I'll require Flask. Let's not auto-pep this. Alright, inside our server, we want an init.py file, and this will just be our Flask app. And we'll just have a index route, and we'll return hello world. Again, very creative. Let's test if it will run. Okay, looks fine for now. Now let's create a React app at client. All right. I do not want all my node modules to be added to the Git repository, so I'll just go node modules git ignore. Actually, I also don't want our virtual environment stuff as well. Okay, cool. Now, I could also change directory to clients and then do a yarn start to run our client server. But I don't want to keep doing that because I have to run the backend server and a front end server for development. Want to really streamline that. So let's change our directory back to the root of the project, and let's do yarn init. Let's add concurrently. Well, let's open package.json. Okay. So what I want to do is add scripts for a client and a server. And let's do a start. And I want start to run both client and server. Now for clients, I have to do a cd into clients and yarn start, since this is a create React app application. For server, what I need to do is Flask app equals server and Flask run. Now start wants to use concurrently. Let's do, you have to watch out for these backtick quote marks. Yarn client, and I want to run yarn server here. Server. Save that, and let's run yarn start and see if that works. Okay, that looks good.